Welcome to Vibes AI Restorative Audio. Today is July 10th. In the health world, today is Chronic Disease Awareness Day, and July is National Wellness Month. I want you to sit with that for a moment. Chronic disease. The word chronic comes from the Greek chronos, time, something that lives in time, something that compounds. And here's what the science is telling us with increasing urgency, that conditions we call chronic, the inflammation, the metabolic dysregulation, the cognitive erosion, the immune suppression, these are all states of the nervous system that crystallized over years of accumulated stress, fragmentation, and disconnection from the body's own intelligence. What protects you is coherence. Coherence of a nervous system that knows how to return to balance. A mind that knows how to enter deep engagement. A body that has been trained again and again to find its way back to flow. Flow state is medicine, and today we're going to drop into it together. I want to talk about something that most high-performance conversations skip entirely. The wall. You know this wall. You've been sitting at your desk or standing at your studio or opening the canvas or staring at the screen, and there's this thickness in the air between you and the work, a resistance, a cognitive friction. The task is there, but you are here, and the distance between the 2 points feels enormous. We call this cognitive resistance, and it's real. It's a measurable neurological state. The prefrontal cortex, your executive command center, is trying to override the threat detection circuits that have been running on high alert from the moment you woke up. The inner critic is louder than the inner creator. The analytical mind is policing the spontaneous mind. What we call flow, that state of complete absorption where self-consciousness dissolves and performance transcends itself, that state arrives by invitation, by preparation, by being acoustically seduced into being. Your brain has to feel safe enough to let go, safe enough to stop monitoring, safe enough to simply move. That is exactly what this vibe drop was designed to create. The track you are receiving is called flow state, and I want you to understand what is actually happening inside your body when you listen. The frequency architecture carries 5 layers of information simultaneously. 40 hertz, this is gamma. This is the frequency of your brain at its most integrated, most lit up, and most capable. This is for cognitive clarity, pattern recognition, and the neural binding that makes complex thought feel effortless. 396 hertz. This is the first of the solfeggio frequencies in the stack, and it works on the energetic level of liberation. Liberation as a cellular event, the release of fear encoding, the softening of guilt that crystallizes in the body as tension. The nervous system begins to exhale. 528 hertz, the repair frequency. This is the tone at which the body remembers it is designed for wholeness, performance as an expression of the self, rooted in love rather than depletion. 741 hertz is clarity, the purification of mental noise. This frequency is associated with the dissolution of electromagnetic pollution in the biofield and the activation of sharp, focused expression. The mind finds its edge. And 852 hertz is the opening of the third eye, the expanded perception, intuition moving from background to foreground. This is where your work stops being execution and starts being vision. So those are the frequencies. Now let's talk about the instruments. Crystal singing bowls carry the upper register. The pure, sustained tones of quartz crystal are among the most powerful brainwave entrainment instruments we know. Their harmonics are rich and layered, and they resonate through the body with remarkable physical presence. Tibetan singing bowls ground the lower register. Where crystal bowls lift, Tibetan bowls anchor. The two together create a harmonic field that simultaneously activates and stabilizes, expansion and rootedness at the same time. And the drums. The drums are the heartbeat of this journey. They're steady, primal. The drum has been used for tens of thousands of years to shift human consciousness, and science is now catching up to what every shaman and every sound healer and every musician has always known, that rhythmic entrainment is one of the most powerful routes to altered states of consciousness. The drum is not a decoration. The drum is a transmission carrier. Now, the harmonic architecture of this track is built on the C-E-G triad, the major triad, the most stable and grounding of all harmonic structures in the Western tonal music. C is for the root, the body, the earth, the physical foundation of everything you are creating. E is for the solar plexus expansion, the seat of will, of personal power, of the creative fire that makes things move from vision into form. And G for the throat, for expression, for the place in the body where sound and intention become language and action. These three notes in concert create a harmonic envelope that is simultaneously stable and activating. Your system knows the structure at a cellular level. It is the sound of resolution, the sound of readiness, and the sound of yes. The track activates 4 energy centers in sequence. The root chakra, the foundation, your right to exist, to take up space, to do your work in the world. When the root is stable, everything above it can move freely. The solar plexus, which is will, power, action, the place in the body where confidence lives. When the solar plexus is engaged, you do not ask for permission, you simply begin. The throat chakra, for expression, the voice of your work. This is where the interior world becomes the exterior reality, where the idea becomes the painting, the code, the composition, the written page. And the third eye, perception beyond the immediate, the capacity to see what is not yet visible, to feel the shape of what is trying to come through you. This is the chakra of the visionary, the innovator, the creator who brings something into the world that did not exist before. Root to third eye, foundation to vision. This is the journey of this vibe drop. Lastly, we come to the brainwave target. The gamma entrainment of 40 Hz guides your brain into a state researchers describe as high performance binding. This is the neural state where separate streams of thought and perception are woven together into integrated, coherent experience. In flow, the inner critic goes quiet. Self-referential thinking, the mental chatter that monitors and judges and second guesses, decreases. The default mode network quiets. The task positive network activates. And what remains is pure, undivided engagement with what you're doing. Before a creative session, play the first 20 minutes while you're preparing your space, gathering your materials, clearing your desk, and by the time you sit down to work, your brain will already be in the gamma-activated state that creative work requires. Or before a high-stakes performance, a presentation, a pitch, a recording session, a competition, this track organizes you. It integrates capacity. It brings every part of your system into coherent readiness. During deep work, for those of you who work well with ambient sound, this track can hold you throughout the whole work session. The frequencies operate beneath the surface, maintaining the neural environment that flow requires. Maybe when you hit a wall mid-project, when momentum breaks and the work feels impossible, put this track on and stop fighting. Let the sound restructure the environment from the inside out. And at the end of a demanding creative day, when you want to consolidate what you have made and integrate the effort of this session, the 852 Hz third eye frequency and the crystal bowl harmonics will carry you into a state of coherent, productive reflection. The capacity of deep, absorbed, effortless, creative engagement belongs to every nervous system. It's what your brain is designed to do when it feels safe enough to fully inhabit the present moment. Flow is your natural state. Stress, fragmentation, chronic low-grade threat, those are interference patterns. Sound at the right frequencies, in the right architecture, clears the interference, and what remains is you, fully present, fully capable, fully alive to do the work that is yours to do. On this Chronic Disease Awareness Day, I want you to receive this transmission as an act of prevention. Every time you enter flow state, you are building the neural resilience that protects you over a lifetime. Every time you choose coherence over fragmentation, you are choosing health at the deepest cellular level. Every time you press play, you are doing something that matters for your work, for your nervous system, and for your life. And now, close your eyes if you're able. Feel the weight of your body on whatever is beneath you. Take one long breath in and release it slowly. The frequencies will take you from here. Trust them, trust yourself, and let your best work come. This is Vibes AI, where science meets the soul and sound becomes your superpower. Become a Vibes AI Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts. Get ad-free, early access to our 30 and 60-minute sessions designed to boost your cognitive health. Try it out today with our 3-day free trial. Not on Apple Podcasts? No worries. Hit the link in our show notes and get in on the vibes.